Welcome to Trinidad. We are here in Port of Spain to try the best KFC in the world. So I've been told by many Trinis that the best KFC in the whole entire world is here in Port of Spain, Trinidad, and the worst KFC in the world is probably in Canada. So we're gonna try both of them in this video as a tool of comparison. So let's head to the car now and go to the best KFC in the world. Let's go. Okay, what do you think we should order? I'm thinking like the zinger. We'll get like a 3-piece chicken, and then I don't know, we'll get the nuggets too. And we're gonna judge everything on a certain criteria: crispiness, juiciness, and flavor. So let's go order right now. We gotta order. Oh, found a seat right in the back. This is perfect. Let's go. There we go. We have a huge order. Okay, so what I'll say is that for fast food, I think everything's being made out back because we waited quite some time for the food to arrive. But let me show you everything that we have. We went a little crazy. We got a zinger burger, a cruncher burger, both of which I've never really tried. Side of corn for love-free. Something that I've definitely never seen before is this nuggets mac and cheese. That is crazy. Okay, that'll be a first tonight. And then we went a little wild. We will be having the 3-piece chicken set, which is right here under the fries. Check that out. Original recipe, 3-piece. We got the drumstick, we've got the breast, and I think we might have a wing as well. So yeah, there we go. Let's dig in. Okay, so we're starting with the chicken sandwich. Now, to be honest, I have no idea which one is which. So if you guys know, just by looking at the burger, which one is which, you tell me. But look at that massive chunk of chicken hanging off the side. Zinger or cruncher? Do you know if this one's the zinger or the cruncher? Crunch? Yeah? Okay, perfect, thank you. Okay, so I was just told that this is actually the cruncher burger. So yeah, look at this big piece of chicken hanging out the side. I am hungry, let's dig in. I don't normally eat KFC, by the way, so here we go. Okay. Tasty. So, in terms of crispiness, it's relatively crispy. In terms of flavor, it's bang on. Chicken could be a little bit juicier, but I would say for a cruncher burger, solid. This is really my first burger I've ever had at KFC. That bite was super crunchy. Have a look inside. Okay, next up, the zinger burger. This is world famous. So let's dig in. Oh, this one's hot. I feel like this one just came out of the fryer. In terms of flavor, it's the exact same. But this one is actually a little bit more juicy on the inside. Maybe because it's more fresh. But yeah, this chicken is super juicy, super crunchy. Same flavor as the other burger. Yeah, wow. There's a solid sandwich right there. Solid chicken sandwich. Fast forward to Canada. It's a few weeks later now, and we are trying the Canadian KFC. Now, I may have been a little dramatic when I said Canadian KFCs are the worst in the world. That is not scientifically proven, but I just don't know that many people who opt for KFC when you have A&W or Wendy's or McDonald's. But we are giving it a chance to compete alongside the best KFC in the world today and redeem itself, because a lot of Canadian KFCs are rated quite low on Google Maps if you check. You can read the comments yourself. I'm not going to read them out loud. So we have our food. We're sitting down. Let's try out the Canadian equivalent to all the foods that we had at the Trini KFC. So we were looking at 3 criteria points for the burgers. We have the juiciness, the crispiness, and the flavor. So when we tried this in Trinidad, the crispiness was high. The flavor was good, but it wasn't super juicy. It was a little on the dry side. So let's see how the big crunch compares to the one in Trinidad. It's actually really good. Crispiness on point, first of all. That is crunchy. It's a little on the dry side as well, so maybe the big crunch is actually They're known to be more crispy, less juicy on the inside. Flavor-wise, lacking a little bit. It's more salty rather than full of flavor, but honest to God, that's a good burger. Wow. Okay, big crunch. We're off to a good start. Okay, yeah. That actually does a good job at competing with the same burger that we had in Trinidad. There's less chicken on this one, but honestly, I'm impressed. We're off to a really good start. All right, something I'm really excited for is the Zinger. I had no idea that we had the Zinger burger here in Canada, but lo and behold, I checked the menu. We have it. The one in Trinidad was also crispy. It was a little bit more on the juicy side as compared to the crunch burger. Now the packaging on this one said it's spicy, so let's see how spicy we're really talking about. It looks more like a spicy mayonnaise rather than infused into the batter. So here we go. The Canadian Zinger burger. More flavorful, less crispy, to be honest. Doesn't have as much crispiness, but the spice that's coming out of that spicy mayonnaise has got a kick. Like I'd say for the average Canadian, this would be spicy. No, it's got a little kick to it. It is good. Wow, good job, Zinger. The mayonnaise is like coming out the back. That's where all that spice is gonna be. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just like bite right into that. If you love a chicken burger with a little kick, get the Zinger burger. This is actually really good. I'm impressed. Wow, good job, Canadian KFC. You're making me proud. You make me very proud. Okay, something I'm super excited about is this, the nuggets mac and cheese. This thing is a heart attack in a bowl, but that means it's gonna be super tasty. So before we try the chicken, let's just dive into the cheesy mac and cheese. Nothing like mac and cheese with fried chicken, right? It's good. Here we go. Yeah, it's cheesy. That is cheesy. The mac has been almost overcooked, so it's nice and soft. Oh, very nice cheese flavor. I think it's processed cheese, but I mean, we're eating fried chicken, right? So let's dive into the fried chicken. Got a little bit of cheese sauce on there too. Let's see how the nuggets are. So they're not super crispy, probably because they've been kind of steaming in the mac and cheese. But in terms of flavor, that is popping with flavor. And it's a little bit spicy. Actually, the spice is building and building and building. Let's try one more. One more nugget. Oh yeah. I'm a big fan of these nuggets. Let's put it together. Why not? Perfect bite. Mac and cheese and nugget together. Here we go. This is my favorite so far. That is really good. Lepreet, you're gonna like this. So at the Trini KFC, we tried the mac and cheese with the chicken nugget bowl. Now we don't have that in Canada, but what we do have, a great Canadian alternative, is this chicken nugget, popcorn chicken poutine. So as you know, poutine is a very Canadian food. We have fries, we have cheese curds, and we have gravy. But KFC put their own twist to it, and they put the popcorn chicken in there as well. Let's try, just like we did in Trinidad, let's try the chicken first. See how it rates in terms of flavor, juiciness, and crispiness. And we're gonna get a little cheese on it because, come on. Oh, poutine's not my favorite food, to be honest. I don't know if that's like blasphemy. All right, let's try it out. No crispiness, not really juicy, but the flavor's really great because I think it's mixed with the cheese. Like cheese and chicken go so well together. So let's try with the fry, the gravy, and then the chicken. The perfect poutine mixed with fried chicken KFC bite. Let's go. Wow. It's actually pretty good. Like, for a poutine, the fries normally get quite soggy under that gravy, but all the flavor comes from the gravy soaking into those fries. The curd is nice and bouncy, almost rubbery in your teeth, like it squeaks when you chew it. And then those chicken nuggets just like take the poutine up to the next level. I can't eat all of this. Lovepreet is here. Luckily, we're gonna share it. But KFC Canada, I am impressed. Good job. Wow. We have one more thing to rate before we come to our complete conclusion. as to how the Canadian KFC compares to the Trini KFC. This is the KFC original fried chicken recipe. There's a blend of herbs and spices all up in the chicken, in the batter that they fry. So this, I'm assuming, is going to be the most crispy, the most juicy, and the most flavorful. So we hope. So let's see. I'm going to jump into the drumstick first. Lovepreet, I will save you some, I promise. Here we go. Oh, wow. Now, let me tell you something. That one is the juiciest so far. That one is the most flavorful so far. Not necessarily the crispiest, but I think the juice has actually leaked into the fried skin. So it's not as juicy as I would expect, but an explosion of flavor and an explosion of juice. Let's try one little piece off of this. Wow, look at the size of this. What? That is huge.
It's as big as your face.
I know. It's like a pound. All right, here we go. Let's bite in. Bite into the crispiest part here. Let's see. Oh, you hear that? Listen to the crunch. I found it where all the crunch is. It was on that piece. That was pure skin. Spicy? Okay. I've been told that this is gonna get spicy. Spicier is a slow build for sure. But yeah, I have to rank that super high on the crispy, super high on the juicy, and super high on the flavor. That was really good. Okay, enough of this. Let's let Lovepreet eat a little bit, and then we'll wrap up the meal and give our honest review about the best KFC in the entire world. Last but not least, what we tried in Trinidad was the 3-piece original KFC chicken. We got the same thing here, and it looks a little different because I don't see a drumstick, first of all. I don't see a wing either. I'm guessing this is just like, I don't know. This, I guess, is like a giant drumstick with chicken sticking off. I honestly don't know. What do you think this is?
I guess it's a breast with a wing.
Breast with a wing. And this, it's a chicken chop.
Just chicken like the...
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just bite into this. I don't know, I'm just gonna bite into a random spot. But the thing about the original chicken is this has like a blend of herbs and spices in the batter. So we should be seeing a lot on the flavor side. Is it gonna be crispy? Probably not. Is it gonna be juicy? Probably. I can see like oil coming out of this, leaking into the box. So let's take a bite. Where? I don't know. This is the breast. It's got that original KFC flavor from like my childhood. There used to be a guy in my class, his dad owned a KFC, and he would bring KFC to the pool parties. We'd have them once a year. So this actually reminds me of that, like the original flavor of KFC. However, the chicken is so dry, it's not juicy whatsoever. Flavor's there though. So high on the flavor scale, really low on the crispiness, and really low on the juiciness. Let's try this piece. This piece has maybe some darker meat, maybe thigh, something that's a little juicier. There it is. That piece was juicy. That piece was really good. Slightly cold, so I think it's not as crispy as it could be. Flavor's there, juiciness is there. That is oily chicken, but damn, it is good. Okay, that was a pretty hearty feast of KFC. Really good flavors overall. I would say that the chicken was crispy.
I agree.
Juicy.
I agree on that.
Flavorful for the most part.
It had a spice to it.
A little spice to it. One downside I would say is a little salty, for my palate anyway.
Yep.
And the crowd favorite, I think it's a unanimous decision. The nugget mac and cheese.
That was actually good.
That was really good. The nuggets were spicy.
Yeah.
But the mac and cheese was just nice. It was a good combination, I would say. So yeah. Really,
and I usually don't eat mac and cheese, but with the chicken in it and the nuggets, it made a good combination.
Yeah, so really kind of like one of our first KFC experiences was definitely a winner.
Yeah.
And we will catch back up with you when we eat at the Canadian KFC. Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, so overall, Canadian KFC is actually very good. I think I went in expecting the worst, and having a really good experience makes it even that much better. So from walking into the KFC, the particular one that we went to, it was very clean inside. It was very quiet. Service was super friendly and fast. Like, we got our food very quickly within like 5 minutes of ordering. Which was different from the Trinidad KFC. The Trinidad KFC, the one that we went to in Port of Spain, was very crowded. And obviously dealing with a lot of crowds and a lot of people, it is hard to maintain the cleanliness, and it is hard to serve the food super fast. So that's one thing that the Canadian KFC has over the Trinidad KFC. In terms of price, I'm going to put both prices on the screen here right now. The Canadian KFC is very pricey, almost $60 for both of us to eat almost the exact same food that we had in Trinidad. And then my favorite thing that we had here in Canada was the Big Crunch Burger. So the ultimate conclusion of this video is that I'm renaming the title completely from the best KFC in the world versus the worst KFC in the world to the Trinidad KFC versus the Canadian KFC. I take it back, Canada. I take it back. You did a good job today. That is the end of the Trinidad and Tobago series completely. I have a brand new series coming soon, so if you did enjoy this series, you're gonna like the next one. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to like, leave me a comment, and thank you so much for watching yet again. Huge thank you for Lovepreet for coming with me to Trinidad and Tobago, filming this entire thing, and even being here tonight, filming and eating with me. Say hi, Lovepreet.
I was blessed. Hey, the food was good. It's been a great journey. It was a great trip. And I would recommend everybody checks out Trinidad and Tobago.
Thanks so much, Lovepreet, and thank you guys for watching. Have a great night. Bye!